Hey, what's going on there, Proton Gamers? It's Alex Proton of the Proton community. One more deck profile before the night is done, so thought I might as well get it out of the way. This is a deck profile of an older deck that I did before, only this is a very fast version of that deck. Like the deck that I just showed you, the Bujin deck, this has nothing to pertain to that. But this is another deck, this is Frog Monarchs, but now it's lightning fast, nimble Monarchs. So yeah, let's just get into it. Alright, now much like the Frog Monarch build that you had before, we're going to be running 3 copies of Caius. Triple Caius. I mean, he's the best Monarch, especially considering the fact that he just banishes right off the get-go, and if you're playing against a Dark World deck, he just banishes to the ridiculous and does 1000 damage, so every time I summon him, it's almost a plus. 3 copies of Ryza. I like how I have 1 non-hollow, and it's Starfoil. Ryza is a compulse to the top of the deck. He slows down an opponent's deck. He's not as good as Caius, but he is very good still. 3 copies of Tidal. What? Yeah, 3 copies of a Dragon Ruler in this deck because, like I said, this isn't regular. This is nimble Monarchs. They're supposed to be fast, very fast. And he speeds the deck up extremely. I can get Treeborn to the graveyard just by his effect alone. 2 copies of Lad. Laddie Boy's gonna really save you this game. With all the effects that are going off nowadays, like for Dragon Rulers or for like pretty much anything, he's really good, and also he can also serve as just banishment material for getting out one of these guys. So yeah, Lad. I still run 1 Gores because I like having a hand trap when I know that my field is going to be slow for a little while, because Treeborn is not the only thing that can hit the field. If I'm fighting an opponent that's using Crimson Blitter, I won't special summon Treeborn. I'll just wait for this in my hand, let him hit me, and then just bring it out and use that. 1 copy of Jinzo, because this is a really trap-heavy format, especially considering all the very good traps that still exist, even though people think that all the traps have died. Now to get to the Nimble and Frogs. Now, these are only proxies, but keep in mind, you're going to need it. 3 copies of Nimble Sunfish. Make sure that registers. Nimble Sunfish. Nimble Sunfish is a very important card to this deck. 1000 attack, 100 defense, level 2, fish. When he's destroyed by battle, send 1 Nimble monster from your deck to the graveyard, then special summon a Sunfish. He is very important to how fast this deck can be. 3 copies of Nimble Angler. This is the special summon engine of your deck. Nimble Angler is, by all accounts, the special summon. When he's sent from your hand or from your deck to the graveyard, so when he is the cost for a Swap Frog or the cost for a Tidal or the effect resolution of a Tidal, you get to special summon 2 Nimble monsters from your deck. And all the Nimble monsters are level 2, so it's just an instant overlay. Next up, we have 3 copies of Nimble Manta. Yeah, that's Nimble Manta. Would he be destroyed by a card effect? Just special summon as many Nimble Mana from your deck as possible. So you can just open him up on the field as a normal, and then just be like Dark Hole, and then get your other 2 Nimbles, and then make a Gachi. So yeah. 3 copies of Swap Frog. This card is a cruel, cruel card on a cruel, cruel, cruel move. Because you ditch a Nimble Angler to special summon this guy from your hand. Nimble Angler goes off, special summon 2 Mantas from your deck. You have a free tribute and an overlay for 2. Or you can just recompulse this guy to your hand, pitch another Angler, get an effect again. And yeah. 1 Treeborn Frog. That's why it's still a Frog Monarch deck, not just because of that. Then 1 Ronin Totem. I really want to hollow this Treeborn past rare. I really want to hollow. I want to get a nice hollow Treeborn. That's what I'm hunting for now, anyways. 3 copies of MST to handle with the other types of back row, because I can't always just stop traps. I also need to stop some spells. So, yeah. My favorite card of the deck, running 3 copies of Creature Swap, because creature swapping a Crimson Blader for a Treeborn Frog is hilarious, especially when my opponent is crutching off of the fact that he has it, so that I can't bring out a Monarch. Well, I'll just tribute your Crimson Blader and bring out my Monarchs anyways. 2 copies of Surface. I like this card in this deck because sometimes I have 1 level 2 in my hand and 1 level 2 in the graveyard, and I just want to get a rank 2 out there for defensive purposes or for reload purposes, and this is the way to go. Also serves as really great tribute materials. 2 copies of Soul Exchange, a very good card, but it's not as good as it used to be. Still, 2 copies of Soul Exchange. Copy of Dark Hole and a copy of Econ. I side deck 2 Econs to slow down my opponent, but Econ's just like, you can tribute a Treeborn to tribute your opponent's monster to normal Ariza or a Caius to banish something or pop something on the field, but other than that it has no use, so just 1. And then finally, there is 1 really mean card. Because this deck runs a Dragon Ruler, I'm constantly banishing water monsters. Return from the different dimension. How many times has this saved me? I lost count. I keep banishing water monsters, and then they all just come back for a bunch of level 2 or rank 2 or XYZs, or tribute summons, or special summons, or things of that nature. Now for the extra deck. The extra deck's actually pretty complex, and I'm not done with it, so yeah, this deck has a different strategy than most, but it has a lot of reload ability now. First things first, 3 copies of Gachi Nantetsu. Triple Gachi, because Gachis are beautiful. This deck runs Gachi because Gachi is your defensive purpose. Like, this deck needs him. He holds the whole field for you. So yeah, 3 Gachi. And also he makes a Monarch a 2800, so who can complain? 2 copies of Herald of the Pure Light. Herald of Pure Light, you detach, target 1 monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, target 1 card in your hand, shuffle it into the deck. Yeah, when you've exhausted all your resources, he says you haven't exhausted all your resources. He's a reload card, and it's really easy to get into rank 2 XYZs in this deck. Like, it's not even funny how easy it is. 1 copy of Shining Elf. Now, I run this card for 2 reasons. 1, because I run into those decks where my opponent's just like, I'm going to special summon a guy that is just above your monster, and I'll be like, well, now he's just below my monster. And also because of the fact that if I have a Gachi on the field and I do this, he's 2,000 attack points, which is a nice base 0. If I minus 500 on a 2500, I can laugh at my opponent all day. So yeah, that is the Nimble Monarch deck. It's actually really fast. I think it's a very viable deck for this format, and I think it could actually do pretty well if someone played it in a tournament. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. I'm here on the Proton community once again, and we will be making as many videos as possible. Also, there is now a super secret project going on. You guys won't know what it is until I release it, but we're just going to call it Project LI. Project LI will be released soon. I'm not sure how soon, but it will be released soon, and when it's released, you're going to love it. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. I've already said that 100 times now. Be sure to test out these decks. If you have anything, like if you guys discover anything with these decks that I didn't find with them, or I didn't know with them, or something that makes them better, hey, I'm always looking to make improvements. Tell me. For the Bujin video and for this video, if you watched them both. If you didn't, then just this video, I guess, or watch the Bujin video and try it. This has been Alex Proton of the Proton community. Have a good day, everybody.